Hello and welcome to a brand new edition of In Focus. The first year of a fresh decade has laid the foundation for the coming years. The world of technology saw the surge of many new markets and new product categories. And 2011 was the year of the tablet. The iPad spurred an entirely new product category and every manufacturer jumped in with their variant of the tablet. Some held their ground and some fell through. This week, we throw the spotlight on the tablet's impact on mobile computing and look at the tablet wars reloaded and how India is possibly going to play a vital role in this in the coming years.
Meet Sunit Tully, a Canada-based entrepreneur who founded the company DataWind, a company that develops wireless web access products and services, and now the maker of the world's cheapest tablet, Aakash. Priced at 2,000 rupees, a Government of India initiative. This tablet is made for students and teachers, and the government will pay a 50% subsidy on each purchase of the product. The tablet is manufactured by DataWind and is developed in collaboration with IIT Rajasthan. This is the tablet with a lot of promises.
We passionately believe that low-cost technology of this nature helps fight poverty. You know, if you think 10 years ago, the comparison between India and China was that China had 10 times as many cell phone users, and people never thought India would be able to catch up. Now it's the other way around. You know, India is become the biggest mobile phone market in the world. Today, China has 500 million internet users, and India is below 50, and people think India will never catch up. And we think that products of this nature will create that opportunity. We believe the opportunity to be very large.
A promising future from a device that in a span of 2 years has changed the dynamics of mobile computing. It has caused a ripple effect on the smartphone and the laptop. This is the story of the tablet, a device that is making simple tasks in life even simpler. And there are many factors to this. The iPad success story has changed a lot of things. People who have never used a computer in their lives have easily adapted to the touchscreen form factor. Basic tasks like checking email, watching a YouTube clip, or even playing a game have become simple and easy, hence more accessible. This is why everyone, and we mean everyone, is banking on the tablet. PC manufacturers, consumer electronics giants, mobile phone manufacturers, mobile service providers, e-commerce sites, and governments. 2011 saw the surge of over 100 tablets in the market. Even though Apple has a single product, it still dominates the tablet market by a landslide. Others that caught on are the Samsung Galaxy Tab and the Asus Transformer, which garnered a lot of attention because of its keyboard accessory. But most of these tablets were priced around the $500 mark. And while the phenomenon was catching up globally, this price point didn't hit the sweet spot for the Indian consumer. But all this was about to change. 2011 was not all about premium tablets. The threshold was broken by the end of the year. In November 2011, the Amazon Kindle Fire was announced. It broke the price barrier by coming in at a shocking $200 mark. It offered a 7-inch tablet with a dual-core processor that banks on the cloud for most of its content. And back in India, mobile service provider Reliance took out the 13,000 rupee tablet, another Android slate that offers all the features of a premium tablet at an affordable price point.
Most of the tablets that we have seen, or what I call the first generation tablets that we have seen in India, are priced in the range of, I would say, 30 to 40,000 rupees, but by and large most of them are in the range of 35 to 45, and therefore it is not necessarily hitting what I call the sweet spot, as we call it, from a price point of view that will actually drive what I call adoption very quickly. This is our attempt in terms of bringing the price to what I call sub 15 level, which is very attractively priced at 13,000 rupees or 12,999.
Others followed. PC peripherals manufacturer Eyeball took out the Eyeball slide. Beetle, the company that makes landline phones and systems, took out the Magic. All of them are 7-inch tablets running on Android in the sub 15,000 category.
When the world thought that this was it, the tablet had reached a sweet spot, Aakash was announced. This low-cost 2,000 rupee tablet could be the answer to many problems, and many believe in this story.
Class Teacher Learning Systems, a company that provides technology solutions in education and has helped over 600 schools and 500,000 students. A task that took over 5 years to achieve. A company that once relied on projector-aided classroom programs is now banking on the tablet, the ClassPad. Depending on the screen size, the Android-powered tablet is priced between 7,500 rupees and 14,000 and is already making waves in schools.
I think it took us about 2.5 years for the industry as a whole, for 1,000 schools to adopt whiteboards. We were, in fact, the pioneers. We introduced it in end 2005. It took about 2.5 years. With the tablets, I personally believe that schools are now exposed to this, and it's going to be a much faster juggernaut. So my own sense would be in the next 8-9 months, we would see 1,000 schools adopt it, and we hope to garner a kind of majority market share on that.
Tablets like Aakash and ClassPad could be the answer to bringing the internet to the masses, something that the laptop could not achieve, especially in a country like India where the PC penetration rate is under 5%. With rising levels of disposable income, the tablet will become a strong contender in mobile computing.
As we connect more and more population of India, whether it's kids or villagers or office workers, to the internet, so that they are able to access information, they are able to share information, they're able to make their life simpler, they're able to do things in 5 minutes what normally took them 4 hours. It's great, right? And anything which leads to that result, whether it's kids learning more, whether it's people improving efficiency, I think it's a great thing.
But what did the tablet do that a laptop couldn't? And can a tablet completely replace the laptop to become the weapon of choice? Where is the future of mobile computing headed? Stay tuned as we tackle all these questions. The tablet's success is not just about another device that enters the market. It is revolutionary. It is a great step towards simplifying computing. Look at the laptop now. It hasn't changed form factor in over 2 decades. It's the same flip-top design with a keyboard on one side and a screen on the other. It's a portable device, all right, but still, you need to put it down on your lap or a desk. Compared to the tablet, the laptop feels like a mammoth. A tablet, on the other hand, is light, easy to carry, and works simultaneously. It offers great battery life and, above all, has a flatter learning curve than a computer. Think of the 4-year-old who can operate the iPad but doesn't even know how to spell tablet. Or the 70-year-old who has never used a computer and can now video chat with ease. The tablet has come to simplify things. Everything is accessible with a touch. Browsing the web, editing home movies, reading books, or staying connected with friends, even finding your favorite restaurant. All of this is possible on a tablet. And this ecosystem is powered by apps. These apps have given a new dimension to the way we consume our information.
It's going to be the new way to access the internet. So I think apps are really nothing but just a manner in which consumers will be accessing. And if you go back 3 or 4 years back, which was largely a browser-driven economy, and how that is shifting to an app-driven economy as there are connected devices that are proliferating beyond the PC and mobile phone and tablets. And hence, apps is going to be a very, very significant initiative that we as a company are taking. On last count, if you look at the app economy, in about 18 months, there are over 10 billion apps that have been consumed. They are currently categorized into 22 different segments. So from finance to travel to healthcare to education, entertainment, music, games, you have it all. It's actually going to encompass and cover every aspect of whatever you have seen on the internet will in a sense get reflected in the app economy, because the app economy is really nothing different other than the fact that the manner in which you will access the internet will be one click, one touch, as opposed to going onto an IE browser or a Firefox or whatever and then accessing the World Wide Web. So consumer gets ease, gets great navigation, and overall an enriched and better experience.
These apps are designed for a touch interface. And taking advantage of the tablet's form factor, some of them can do things that a laptop could never achieve.
When I have my iPad with me, anywhere in the world, I can switch on an app and I can see in the evening which stars are above me. And if I move the iPad and I move it, doesn't matter which way, I will see exactly which stars are there, and it will give me the names and it will give me everything about the stars. You could never do that before, is it?
Other factors like accessibility to high-speed internet in the form of 3G or 4G services are also responsible for the burst in mobile computing. With the growth of internet and heavy data services like web browsing, video streaming and video chatting, the tablet makes a suitable companion to stay connected, without compromising on screen size or battery life.
The tablet's success is one thing, but it's still not capable of replacing the laptop, and there are a couple of reasons for that. For starters, tablets don't come with great storage capacity. They come with flash storage up to 64 GB, whereas laptops can go up to 1000 GB of storage. There is no match to a laptop when it comes to productivity. With an attached keyboard and all that storage, you can do so much with it. You can create documents, you can create movies, all those tasks which are not easy to do on a tablet. And lastly, compatibility. Now, I can't run an Adobe Photoshop on this device or play the latest Call of Duty on a tablet. On the other hand, a laptop software compatibility is unmatched.
Tablets are things that consumers of content use, right? It's something that I think is put across as something that people want to have more fun with. There's an app for everything. Where we also do stories like that. So it's a very standard sort of take that people have on tablets. But the minute you want to get down to doing some work, like serious work, you need a laptop, you need a desktop, you need some sort of proper computing device.
A student, for example, who has to do a project, he's a content creator, an office worker who has to create certain Excel files or spreadsheets or presentations. He's a content creator. Now, these people cannot do without a laptop or a desktop because they are content creators. And that is going to continue to happen. But content consumption is on the rise. It will be there. It will keep on increasing. People will need to consume content. So the content consumption devices will become the second device by the consumer.
When it comes to productivity and the one device that does it all, the laptop wins, hands down. But the tablet's form factor has thrown PC manufacturers back to the design board. The laptop will evolve, and 2012 will mark the entry of thinner and leaner concepts. Tablets, laptops, and hybrids that carry genes of both the devices. Catch up on the next generation of mobile computing after the break. The laptop is probably the greatest avatar of the computer. And its latest incarnation, the Ultrabook, is making waves into 2012. Thinner and leaner machines that have a great battery life and a snappy performance. But what distinguishes the Ultrabook from the laptop? After all, they look the same and perform the same functions.
There are a few things which are must-have for something to be called an Ultrabook. The first and the foremost is the slimness. It has to be 0.8 inches or below at the absolute thickest point. Okay, and there are many designs which are out there right now which are much slimmer than that. So that's the threshold benchmark. But when OEMs design, they go a step further, right? And there are many designs available which are much sleeker, right? So that's the one thing. See, the Ultrabook category is about having a fully functional system in your hand, which looks great, which feels great, is light to carry, has great battery life, right? So that's the first requirement. Second requirement is battery life, minimum 5 hours, okay? The third requirement is the security features in Ultrabooks. There are features like the Intel anti-theft technology, that if you lose your PC, you can tell the service provider your PC can be disabled. If you find it back, you can call them again. They'll enable it again. So your data is safe and nobody else can use it. And the fourth one is it has to have Intel 2nd Gen core processor.
Come to think about it, Apple's MacBook Air has been around for over 3 years. As a form factor, this is exactly what Ultrabooks aspire to be. And Intel is banking on the Ultrabook as the next generation of PCs. And while every PC manufacturer is embracing the Ultrabook, they are also banking on the tablet. Hop over to the Consumer Electronics Show held in Vegas last week. More than 20,000 new products were launched, and the biggest crowd pullers were the tablets and Ultrabooks. While the Ultrabook promises to be the future laptop, the tablet saw many variants, many of them even resembling laptops. Asus showcased the $250 quad-core tablet, the Mimo 370T, proving the fact that premium features don't necessarily carry a premium price tag. And this goes on to show that 2012 will mark a new range of even more powerful tablets at cheaper price points. For those who thought that the tablet was limited to touch, take a look at Project Fiona. Razer, a gaming peripherals manufacturer, took out a 10-inch touchscreen tablet with 2 controllers on either side to give a console-like experience. This one is powered by an Intel Core i7 processor and runs on the next generation Windows 8 platform. This is amongst the first tablets with an Intel processor and the Windows platform. Amongst the Ultrabooks, there were offerings from everyone. Dell showed the XPS 13, the company's first Ultrabook. Acer's S5 bagged the title for being the thinnest Ultrabook ever, just 1.5 centimeters at its thickest end, and this hybrid from Lenovo, aptly named as the IdeaPad Yoga. It comes with a design twist. Though this might look like an ultrabook, once you flip the screen back and all the way around, it turns into a tablet. You can even use the keyboard as a stand or as a base. This is one of the simplest hybrids that we have seen, taking advantage of both the worlds. Tablets that look like laptops and laptops that look like tablets. The future of mobile computing is uncertain, but it is undergoing a dynamic transformation.
While touch seems to be the next form of interacting with our devices, other concepts like eye tracking are making a wave.
Tobii, an eye tracking device that actually captures what you are looking at, removing the need of a mouse or a touchscreen. It is already in place on a Lenovo laptop. And Tobii also took out an arcade game to show the true potential of the technology. And if you don't want to strain your eyes, then just think about it. Haier Electronics showcased a brain-controlled TV. That's right, you wear a headband and just think of what you want to do. Even though it's in a prototype stage, these future technologies will pave the way for future devices. Today touch, tomorrow eye tracking, and who knows, brain control in the future maybe. For now, the tablet is the device with many promises. And it's entering spaces where the laptop couldn't be successful. With products like Aakash and ClassPad, the potential of a low-cost computing device that's extremely easy to use seems like the answer to many problems.
So very simply, we believe this in India is just the start of a revolution. It's not the end game. Yeah. India will be a market of huge importance and growth. Consumers are almost similar across the world in their needs. How those needs get served are different. Yeah? So there will be a number of devices which will come in.
You know, our industry is changing today like nothing before. The form factor is changing, which means that from a desktop or a laptop to a tablet or a mobile kind of a device. The operating systems are changing. We were all dependent on Windows till now, but there's a MeeGo, there's a Linux which is coming in. The processors are changing. The PC industry so far was driven by Intel, AMD processors, but now NVIDIA, Qualcomm, the mobile processor people, they are also entering into the laptop. So the laptop, as you see today, may not be there 2 years down the line. It would have completely gone through a metamorphosis.
Only 5% of India has a PC, and with low-cost tablets like Aakash and ClassPad, the tablet could very well be the first form of computing for many in India. For the villager who wants a weather update and has never used a computer, or the kid who is learning the alphabet and needs a simple device. But for the PC-friendly market, the tablet for now is nothing more than a sidekick to the laptop.
Clearly, the laptop has been the leader in the age of mobile computing for over 3 decades, and the tablet is nothing more than just an evolution of the device. With the growth of internet usage and the need of accessing information anytime, anywhere, this device will bring about a dynamic change in mobile computing and hopefully be the catalyst that India needs for a brand new success story. We hope you like this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Goodbye.